Whoa! Yeti! Ba 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 ba. Wait, someone said people hype up Jesus despite only coming back once. Yet think about how often Atrioc comes back. Think about it. Pretty true. Pretty powerful stuff. Yes. Get to work on time. Hello. Hello. Welcome to the Atrioc broadcast, February 19th, 2025. All the news that's fit to stream. How are you guys doing? Hello, Crane. Hello, Mimji. Hello, Dog Car. Hello, Snag O. Hello, Dale Slate, R Dubs, Gusco. It's the Ralph Age Memely. Hello, 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 hello. I'm doing pretty glizzy today. Thanks for asking. What a great response. What a fantastic response. Fire pen. Day was kind of rough, but I'm hyped for stream. What was rough about it? If you mind telling us. What was rough about your day? Because I want to know if it's like a real serious problem, then it's going to be tough for me to solve it with this stream. But if it's like, oh, I stubbed my toe, then it's like my stream is going to cure that up right quick. We're going to fix your issues. My grandma kicked the bin. If your grandma died, that's not a good way to refer to it. If your grandma actually passed, I wouldn't the day of say she kicked the bin. I feel like you want to give her a little more respect. Her 5 big booms for grandma. All right, be honest. No disrespect intended, but be honest. Would you guys like the Costco guys to show up at your funeral and give you 5 solemn big booms? Would you like that, or would that be disrespectful to you? Because I feel like that would actually... people are going to laugh, but I think it'd be worth it. I think it's memorable. I would like it. I would be honored. A 5 boom salute. What is the back like boom? Is it bad that I'm straight out of college putting 40% of my income into a 401k? No, it's fine. I want Atrioc to give me 5 booms at my wedding and funeral. I'm not going to do that. I'm not the Costco guys. Taps. Yeah, it's taps. Taps, but with 5 big booms. I want to try to give me 5. Anyway, we have a lot to talk about today. There's a lot going on in the fucking world. Specifically, I want to talk about Trump's insane comments about Ukraine. I want to talk about the fucking Eric Adams corruption case. I want to talk about maybe some updates on the Malay stuff. I want to talk about there's a new Dunkey video I wanted to watch with chat. I saved it. There's a new fucking there's a couple videos I want to watch with chat. Can we talk about the relevancy of the 4th turning? I have talked about it like 100 times. What do you want to say about it? Would you like me to repeat it? Can we talk about how there's no Pokemon? Oh, this is a good intro topic. I want to talk about this. Everywhere you go, all the Pokemon cards are gone. All the Pokemon cards are out of stock at every store. The shelves are bare. And it's because an insane number of people are like fighting and attacking each other over these to try and open boxes, try and make money. It's not because of kids. No, it's like adult collectors. Like, look.
Hey, Robert, hey, Robert, stop! Let go! He's 3 years and 7
Get the fuck off me, dog!
Get off him!
That's why you make it too easy.
That's insane. If you're a child and your father isn't going to this length to get you Pokemon cards, then you have a bad dad. It's so cute they're hugging. I mean, this is fucking degenerate, bro. And it's all people that are trying to like scalp and resell at higher prices. What happened to the magic of Pokemon? This is Costco, right? We're not having a fucking Pokemon card scuffle in Home Depot. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Someone got another angle? Oh, shit. Wait a minute. There's a follow-up investigation. Somebody found another angle of this film, of this Zapruder film. Okay, who grabbed it from who? Who grabbed it from who? Watch closely. Is that the original guy? Wait. It's green shirt and black shirt with hat. Okay, wait, hold up. I'm looking. All right, wait. Okay, what? Zoom and enhance. Does the guy in the hat try to yoink it? Right here. Stolen from green? Green guy has two. He yoinks it and runs. Dude, I seriously think it was stolen. Yeah, I think the guy in the hat straight up yoinked it. Fuck the hat guy. He yoinked from green. Green guy's in the right. Holy fuck, dude. Thank God for this footage. I never would have known who was in the right here. Dude, he definitely has his... Yeah, he's strolling along on his own with two. Holy fuck. That's... Wait a minute. Apparently, and I can't verify this because it's a fucking random Twitter comment. Apparently, the Asian man in the green jacket was trying to buy them for his son's birthday, and the other guy snatched him. Holy shit. There's so many layers to this crime. There's so many fucking layers to this crime. Here's another one. What's this?
And go. What's up? You guys are not. Oh, don't run. It says no running. Scan your memberships. Man, they opened it up to 2 lines. Oh, they ain't don't run. Look at that. It's right here. It's right here in the front. Oh, hurry up. Get your 10.
It's 5 per customer.
Oh, five. Oh, it's only 5 per customer. Damn,
Holy
gone.
shit.
That's it. That was it. It's over.
Savages, all of ya.
Dang.
That is embarrassing. You know what I love is whenever my YouTube played shows on the side, it always has the Holes Dig It Up song fully played. I always got that full red bar on the Holes Dig It Up song. I didn't play half of it, dude.
You got to go and dig those holes.
I'm tired.
With broken hands and withered souls, emancipated from all you know.
You know what I'm
got
saying?
To go and dig those holes.
This video's crazy. They don't make music videos like this anymore. Just the grainiest, lowest res screenshots you can find. You know, just fucking spam. Two suits, 2 tokens in hand. Got no respect cause I'm the new man. What a banger. God, he was fucking spitting with that fucking verse. We should do a Holes watch on stream. I love Holes. It's just a fire movie. New song dropped about Dan Clancy. I saw this. All right, I'm not gonna listen to the whole thing because it is too long. I'm sorry. You do these for 90 seconds, you have a fire song. But I think it is worth listening to.
Don't waste my time. This land ain't yours, now it's legally mine. Now my bond's a parking lot. My well's been paved, my horse got shot. Well, he fenced off the prairie, put a tax on the air. Built a casino where my granddaddy's chair used to sit by the fire, telling stories to me. Now it's high-rise towers thanks to Dan Clancy. Used to ride through the...
Holy shit. It is literally, it's this guy. It's this guy, but with an actual real problem.
I've been selling my soul.
It's finally we have a real voice of the people, dude. To stand back against fucking Dan Clancy's oppression. First he takes my ads, then he takes your land. Who will stop him? First he came for the streamers and no one spoke up. Just got here, Big A. Oh, jeez. I got a job at 2K thanks to many of your videos. Let's go ahead. I yoinked a lot from the Jason interview. Looking forward to bringing more monetization to gamers easy. Okay. So you're telling me that all my advice did was create another money-hungry games executive who's looking to increase the amount of loot boxes in video games. That's my mark left on the industry. W's. Happy for you. I did see a nice post on the Reddit that said something similar where they got a job. Congratulations to them as well. From Avaricious. I got laid off during the holidays and went on an application sprint. And then now he's fucking back. So that's cool. Pog and congrats. I sent him that. Did you also hate Hollow Knight as much as Lud when you first started? How far is Lud? How far is Lud? Let's check. Let's check. He's at Green Path. That's not very far, right? It's like the beginning. I didn't like the game until I fought the Mantis Lords. Has he done that yet? No. All right, well then, yeah, he probably won't like it that much. I just didn't get the magic of it until I fought the Mantis Lords, and then I was hooked. So give him at least till there before he makes a decision. I lost my job because of Atrioc. I said glizzy, glizzy, glizzy in a Teams meeting and was called into HR not long after. Told him it wasn't very pog champ of them. You did nothing wrong. You did nothing wrong, and honestly, you're better off. You're better off. Hey, thanks, Warbone 3K for the 5 gifted. Did you see Lud playing Hollow Knight? I really have a sincere question when you ask this. It was less than 10 seconds ago that we brought it up on stream and talked about it. It was less than 10 seconds ago. So like what do you hope for me to do or say? How can I possibly get through to you if I'm not trying to be, I'm year of kindness pill, bro. I'm not trying, I just want to know. I want to understand. Yeah, he's been spamming it. The thing is, he's been spamming it. So it's no, I clicked off no. Fuck you. You clicked off? Bro, you've been spamming it for 10 minutes. I do it. I show it on stream. Then you ignore that and keep spamming it. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Holy. I clicked off. I can't with you. I fucking can't with you. Dude, I got a job doing M&A after talking about the Nortel crash interviews. Thanks to you, Big A. Look at this. Here's the plan, folks. Get everybody in chat jobs in different parts of the industry, ideally related to business. Then, collectively, we all get positions of power throughout the economy. Then, when I say the word, we all rug pull at once every major business in America, Western Europe, and perhaps the world. Okay? Collapsing the global economy, at which point we're ready. We've already bought a bunch of physical gold. Okay? We rise up. We're the kings of this new age. Awaiting orders, sir. Stand up and stand by. What do you think about Saudi Arabia saying X/Twitter is worth double what Elon paid for it? I don't know if you know this. I didn't know if you know this, but the second largest investor in the Twitter Musk takeover is Saudi Arabia. So they have an incentive to make it seem like a good investment. Might be slightly biased when I don't think they're an uninterested third party. You buy her ice and pearls. I stand at the shore and gaze longingly at the green light at the end of the dock by the house. We are not the same. So strange, Great Gatsby reference. I didn't know we were Gatsby posting in the chat. It's not relevant to what we're talking about, that's for sure. This guy Gatsby's, I'll tell you that. Not strange if you consider the Shadow's probably 15. Still strange because that means he read the assignment in class, which is very strange. He didn't just chat GPT it. He actually read the assignment and now is making tangential Gatsby posts. So we've learned a lot about them. Oh, it's the Spark Notes. People still use Do people still use Spark Notes in the age of AI? Do you really need to? I'm trying to think of a situation that I would need to use it as a student. Like, can I ask it right? Let me just ask it right now. I'm just going to ask it right now. Chat GPT. New question. Can you summarize The Great Gatsby chapter by chapter? Dude, it's doing it. Well, why the fuck you need Spark Notes for real? I don't understand. It's literally yoinked and stolen the book. It's scraped copyrighted material. It's not accurate. It's not accurate. You think this is made up? I mean, I've read The Great Gatsby. I don't remember chapter by chapter what happened. Let's see. Great Gatsby, Chapter 6 summary. I'm trying to figure this out. This James Gatz. No, it is a real summary. Look, we learned that Gatsby was born James Gatz and was once poor. I go here, chapter 6. He was born James Gatz. I know it's fucking. It is. It is a chapter summary. It's me, F. Scott Fitzgerald. I wrote the book if you want me on stream to talk about it. Lo-Fi Bluebird, you're F. Scott Fitzgerald. Still alive in the year 2025, and you want to talk about the book. Can you tell us something to prove that you're F. Scott Fitzgerald? What does the F stand for? The F stands for F. Fraud. You're a fraud. The F stands for Fortnite, and the real fucking F. Scott would know that. Hey, Brandon, I wrote the sequel, The Not So Great Gatsby. It's about this guy that streams and used to work at NVIDIA. Very funny. Very good. It doesn't make any sense. My name isn't Gatsby, so... I would think that would be a pretty disappointing sequel for someone who read the first. Feels super unrelated. The Great Glisby. God, you guys are masters of humor. It's truly every question has an answer when it comes to you, and there's no corner I could box you into that you can't write your way out of with brilliant wit. Anyway, it looks to me like this Gatsby summary is correct. How many chapters? How many chapters in Great Gatsby? Yeah, dude, this is correct. I mean, it's probably not the best, but like, I can't imagine paying for Spark Notes in 2025. Do Harry Potter, you wizard-loving mudblood. Well, first of all, don't call me that. It's a slur. Secondly, I assume it doesn't. I think Great Gatsby might be old enough to be public domain. I don't know that it could actually scrape Harry Potter. I think that's a lawsuit. I'll try it. Let's see. Let's see. Can you summarize the fourth Harry Potter book chapter by chapter? It looks correct. Yeah, it looks correct. I mean, I'm a Harry Potter fan. This is about when they go to the Triwizard Tournament and they go to the Quidditch World Cup and the Portkey. This is correct, bro. Yeah, probably yoinked it from other summary websites, but there's no whimsy. To be fair, I agree with you. This is not a good way to read a book. This is not a good way to... You're not fucking getting the same experience if you read fucking 38 one-sentence long chapter summaries and you're like, oh yeah, I've read Harry Potter. It's not... Obviously not. You've lost all of the charm and the magic and the plot summary is... It's like the people that read the Wikipedia of a fucking movie rather than watch the movie. And they're like, yeah, basically, I know what happened. They just want to know the plot. It's insane. The point is not the plot, it's the journey. Or that watch TikTok summaries of movies. Which again is it just strips away the whole point. Who cares about the plot? Some character that doesn't exist did this, then this happened. Who cares? If you're not watching the fucking story. What about movies on TikTok cut up over? This is different. This is actually different. This is still kind of brain rotted, but at the end of the day,
idea to use retirement accounts to invest in gold ETFs.
Dude, shut the fuck up. I'm ranting about Harry Potter and movies. Holy God, dude! You spent $9 on that? I'm not gonna I'm not your retirement planners. I'm not handling your finances, bro. I'm not telling you what's going to go up and what's going to go down so you can blame me when it goes down if I said up or up, down. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not that person. I will give you generalized macroeconomic takes. I'm not going to give you a specific what to invest in for your retirement account. Get a financial planner. And then fucking sports bet it. Sports bet it. That's where the money is. Anyway, you threw me off. I was on a roll with something. I was talking. Oh yeah, I was mad at all these Zoomers. But 300 TikToks. At least it's splitting up the movie. You're getting the whole movie. You're just breaking it up into the clips. But if you watch them all, you've seen the whole movie. And the good thing about 300 TikToks is that the best scenes of the movie will go viral because they're their own little clip. And then people will see that and go, holy shit, this is interesting. And they'll go back and watch the movie. It's not the best way to experience it, but it gets a lot more people interested in something cool. So it's like almost like marketing for older movies that people who are young might never have seen or been interested in. So I think overall, I'm not a hater on those. The idea of reading a ChatGPT summary of fucking the fourth Harry Potter book is insane. Of watching a text-to-speech movie recap of just the plot of a movie you're not going to watch is insane. But we weren't talking about that. We were talking about whether or not it would be effective as a replacement for Spark Notes in school. And I think it would. I think if you were not going to read it anyway and it's for school, you could... It can also just do the assignment. Well, yeah, that's true. It can also just do the assignment. But sometimes maybe there'll be quizzes or questions or... Warbone, thank you for the subs. I don't know if I got you, but thank you. 25 months from X Gifu. Thank you for that. Neely K, thank you for the 18. Athrix 3D, thank you for the 38. Joey Fins for the 13. H Heat, thank you for the 17. Week 2NA, thank you for the 21. Gooey Bum, the 25. Hey, Atrioc, VOD Frog here. I don't come to stream often because I'm autistic and I don't understand chat etiquette, but I love you and the content, man. Okay, fine. I understand that. I don't think it's that hard. I don't think it's that difficult. And I don't think that everyone who comes in here and does something that causes me to crash out can pull the autism card. That's all I'm saying. I believe you. I believe that you are autistic, and I understand. And you've made the right choice. If you feel like you can't handle it, you're just going to watch the VOD. But I don't think the autism card is a fair pull. Okay? You just got to say glizz, glizz, glizz. Dude, it's funny. The people spamming glizzy, glizzy, glizzy are the most, what's the word? Normative. They're in real life. They're the most regular, no issues. They have absolutely no neurotypical. They're the most neurotypical people. It's the people that are perhaps like, I don't know, not reading the room and jumping in with a random fucking question about investing their 401k in the middle of a, that's where I might have a problem. Or people writing 700 paragraphs on the Reddit. That's that's where someone needs to help them out, dude. Atrioc, did you hear about the Southwest Airlines layoffs? They haven't laid people off in 53 years, including COVID, sign of the times. Yeah, that is true. I did see this. Southwest Airlines finally doing layoffs. Yeah, I don't know. This is keeping with my thesis. But it is still sad. It's still not cool. I believe that unemployment rate will continue to tick higher and higher. And especially among, any good jobs. Good jobs are getting more difficult.
Did you see Ludwig playing Hollow Knight?
Thanks for the money. Hey, Atrioc, how's your day? Just want to make sure you're doing well. How's life been? Can I buy you a Chipotle burrito and watch the next season of House? I want to live go on our day with you, no chilies. No. My life's good, thank you. You don't have to buy me a Chipotle burrito, and my life has been good. We will watch the last season of House, one episode at a time over the course of months. Haven't seen one ad. Yeah, I don't get ads. Dan Clancy stole my ads, and he stole your land. And he stole the lives of 10 million citizens of Clancyville. Okay? Dirty Dan strikes again. Dan Clancy shot my dog. I can't confirm that. I just want you guys to know I don't want to say anything out of turn. I have no evidence whether or not Dan Clancy shot a chatter's dog. But we have heard it. We have heard it. I'll confirm he did do it. Okay, well then, I'm not saying it happened. I'm just saying we have multiple. We have multiple sources now. Yeah, I will run for president the day that Baron Trump steps down because he's too faded off the fucking Zaza and needs me to step in. So on that day, I will. You can clip and ship it. That once that happens, I'll step up. Dan Clancy cleansed a rival town by poisoning their water supply. Again, we don't know all the facts, folks. We don't know all the facts. Can I say whether or not Dan Clancy poisoned the well of a rival town to wipe them out to gain more land for his ever-growing empire? No, I can't say that for sure happened. What I can tell you is that this chatter thinks it did, and I'm seeing a lot of people who can verify in chat. So we're getting multiple sources. It's not impossible, right? We know it's not impossible to have happened. So it's worth keeping in your mental model. Dan Clancy was responsible for Bionicle being discontinued. Again, that does ring true. Is it true? We don't know, but it rings true. I love how you empower us to come to our own conclusion that Dan Clancy is a fascist leader of a mega. Again, what I'm doing is I'm just reading the news as it appears, okay? And then you guys, intelligent researchers that you are putting together your own conclusions. I'm not, far be it from me to point you in one direction. I'll read, I'm seeing these
Clancy
things.
Put grandma in a concentration camp.
What can China learn from Dan? That's a good question. I think if Xi Jinping is trying to become the leader of the country for life, if he wants like an infinite term, he can learn a lot from how Dan Clancy gamed the local constitution of his town to make sure that he never loses power. Imprisonment of political rivals. Dan Clancy goes to the polar ice caps with a hairdryer so he can accelerate climate change and gobble up that new land. That is pretty fucked up, Dan Clancy. If true, that is a fucked up thing to do. To be so concerned with more land that you would do something that seems so petty and small as hairdryer the icebergs. It doesn't even make sense, because wouldn't that raise the oceans and make less land? But Dan Clancy's mind works in mysterious ways. Dan Clancy's mind, I don't know that it all tracks, but he's a chaos agent. I think we can all agree on that. We can all agree that Dan Clancy's a chaos agent. What he does, his machinations don't always make sense to us, but like he's clearly like messing with the world. The megacity he controls is slightly inland, so when oceans rise, his new city will be oceanfront property. Okay, now we're getting close, folks. I'm afraid to keep pulling on this thread. We're going to piss off some powerful people here. We're finding the truth of some very dangerous situations. Dan has what? Dan mowed into my grass yesterday and is now adamant that he owns my humble garden. That sucks, because you thought he was doing you a favor. You see friendly Dan Clancy and he comes over and he mows your grass and you're like, oh my God, the neighbor just did a really nice thing for me. And then you find out later that he thinks that entitles him to own your land. That's pretty fucked up. It's a bait and switch. Dan raked my leaves the other day. Now he claims he owns all my trees. Dan shoveled the sidewalks of my apartment and now he's raising my rent. Holy God, this guy has done so. Nestle learned the buy up the water supply thing from Dan Clancy. I heard Dan Clancy owns a camp where he sends children in the town to dig big holes all day long. How deep does this go? About 5 feet, width of one shovel. You're never getting your ads back? I'm sure Dan Clancy wouldn't have a problem with someone just telling the truth in their platform or with journalism. I'm sure Dan Clancy is not going to turn Twitch against journalism. People just trying to get to the bottom of things. I'm not saying any of these things are true. I'm just saying they could be, and it's worth investigating. It's concerning. You know what I'm saying?
I can't help but feel that you are intentionally ignoring my YouTube request.
What is
Here is $9 to sweeten the deal.
What is your YouTube request? You know I don't see the text of these. What is your YouTube request? You want to watch a short film about America turning into a dictatorship. It's 20 minutes long. It's 45 minutes long, and it's from 8 years ago. No. No, I'm not going to watch this. This is 45 minutes long from 8 years ago. It has 100,000 views. I'm not going to watch this, but I will watch Video Game Donkey's video from 7 hours ago. It will call it even.
We are living through...
Wait a minute. I just started watching your video about the dictatorship. It's long, don't get me wrong. But I'm noticing as I scrub through it that it has a lot of footage of a young Dan Clancy. Look, here he is now, jailing citizens. Oh, holy shit. Is this the smoking gun? Is this an expose? How do we miss the signs? How do we miss the signs? We can't see his face, but we're probably sure it's him, right? Let's watch this Dunkey video real quick.
We are living through an...
Do you guys think, sorry to belabor this point, do you guys think that all for-profit prisons in America are owned and operated in part or in whole by Dan Clancy? I'm not 100% certain that he does that. I thought that was just a well-known fact. I think that tracks. Okay. He runs the not-for-profit ones. Dan Clancy actually, he doesn't run for profit. He runs just for the love of the game, just for the love of locking people up. Interesting. That's fascinating. Officer Oinks. I don't, maybe. I put it on TBD, but it would have to be like a Saturday thing, not a now thing, I think. Anyway, Dunkey video.
Unprecedented era in gaming right now. For the first time in the history of the world, the average gamer cred score has dropped below 0.25. If that number doesn't terrify you, I don't know what will. In today's society, we are surrounded on all sides by pretend gamers, people who pretend to be real gamers but in reality have never played Super Mario Galaxy. You see, back in the Xbox Live Golden era of gaming, everybody's gamer score was visible to the public. You could just click on somebody's profile and see, okay, you beat Mile High Club on Veteran. This is an actual gamer. But today, they keep it all hidden because of course they do.
My favorite video game is FIFA.
My favorite video game would have to be NBA 2K. Been playing that for many years.
Wrong.
My favorite video game is Madden.
No, it isn't.
Call of Duty.
Deleted.
Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Actual gamer in the building. Yesterday I was watching this Twitch streamer. I'm not going to say who it is, but you know who I'm talking about. He's going on this huge rant about video games. You could just tell from the look in his eye that he's never played Warcraft 3 in his entire life. Dude was just radiating this never played a Spyro game energy the whole night. You could tell from the chair he was sitting in that the man has never touched a single Hitman game. Then he starts talking about the golden age of gaming. You know what?
Who's he talking about? It's definitely not fucking me, dude. It's Reggie. It's Elon. Squeaks.
He starts talking about Valorant. And that's when you know this is a 0.03 gamer cred level gamer. We have got to boost our numbers. And the first part of this process is learning just how many games are better than Valorant. Max Payne, Max Payne 2, Max Payne 3, Bubsy, Balan.
Did you play Assassin's Creed? Yeah, sure.
I used to play Red Dead Redemption. That shit was fucking hard.
But that's like the easiest game ever made. We have to expand our knowledge of gaming history or the pretenders will erase our illustrious legacy. Did you know that before the PS5, Sony made games for a different console called the PlayStation 4? Now think
I don't believe that.
I'm like EA Sports. I'm in the game. I don't have a game, cuz.
Snoop, you got more games than Master Chief. You were in True Crime, Def Jam, Way of the Dog, Call of Duty, Fortnite. One of the stages in Tekken is just straight up called Snoop Dogg, and so you sitting there on a big throne.
I don't have a game, cuz.
Here is Naked Snake and Solid Snake. Can you tell me the difference? You have 1 second. Sorry, you took too long. 500 cred has been deducted from your account. You have to understand that we are living in a world with gamers that don't even know about Oddworld Munch's Odyssey.
I'm a big gamer.
You hadn't tell me what dimension King Mickey has been sealed in for the past 27 years exactly.
You know, Donkey Kong specifically, like, that character, I don't think he speaks. Okay.
When I was a kid, the coolest game was Cool Borders 2 because you could play as a little alien. Today, kids have godlike access to hundreds of incredible video games, but are misled into playing the lamest trash imaginable.
Apparently.
I like that his only example for a bad game is Valorant. It is funny. And he keeps going back to Valorant as the
Guys will really like cats. I'm Anna, and I head up the Valorant studio.
When you are interviewing for a job, they don't care how many Valorant skins you have. What they're gonna do is ask you, what's the better bowling game, Flintstones or Animaniacs? The correct answer, Tekken Tag Tournament. Let's say you really grind it out and hit the top rank on Valorant. That's gonna net you about 42.7 gamer cred.
That's not bad.
However, just by completing the first mission of Marble Blast Ultra, you would have got 403 points.
Oh, Jesus.
Jeffrey Darabensky is a McGill University professor who studies video games.
Valorant has always been trash. When I was a teenager, all I played was multiplayer shooters. I went from SOCOM to Wolfenstein to Counter-Strike to Rainbow Six, Halo, Gears, Battlefield. But looking back as an adult, I realized that I was actually generating more cred when I was 10 than when I was 16. When I was 10, I was playing stuff like Tron Bond, Crash Bandicoot, Rogue Squadron, Shenmue, Power Stone, Gran Turismo, Diddy Kong Racing. I was unwittingly
love Diddy
branching
Kong
out
Racing.
to all these different genres of video games, and sometimes I would get lucky and play something made with genuine artistic vision like Yoshi's Island.
What is a movie from your career that would make the best video game?
It's definitely got to be Nacho.
They already did that.
I'm Bowser, baby.
There are sections of this game where you are generating over 1,000 CPM. We're talking cred per minute. DK Country, Streets of Rage 2, Halo 1. These are verified gamers games with highly concentrated CPM. A player that has played these games is considered to be untouchable by the League of Gamers. When you are in a military combat scenario, who do you want watching your six? The dude that plays Quintus in Valorant, or the dude that's played through the entire campaign of Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Island Thunder on the hardest difficulty? When you see a car crash,
normally I'd be on your side, but Tom Clancy and Dan Clancy, I feel like the Clancy clan will let you down, dude. I'd be afraid. I don't know how deep this goes. Really makes
it's
you
because
think.
the people driving never played Project Gotham Racing. When you eat bad food, it's because the chef never played Cooking Mama. When your beagle won't behave, shoulda played Nintendogs. When the pizza's late, shoulda played Spider-Man 2. Pretend gamers are always trying to convince us that gamer cred is worthless. But if that's true, then why are so many rich and powerful people trying to acquire it?
At one point, I was, maybe one of the best Quake players in the world.
Actually own a Smash Bros. Like, I've never lost. I don't lose a Smash Bros. And you know what? I choose Luigi.
Yeah, right. You're on the big gaming watch.
We have something really exciting to talk about.
We're here today to talk to you about skins and other cosmetics.
The downfall of the pretend gamer is that they are eternally doomed to play games where you can only pretend to have fun.
Great game, Julia.
However, there is another world of good, cred-generating games like
NBA Jam. Oh, Space Invaders.
Classic.
NFL Blitz.
Classic.
Ocarina of Time.
Classic.
Tony Hawk.
Ooh, classic.
Dude, who was I hanging out with recently? Somebody at Genesis told me that Ocarina of Time was a verifiably bad game that doesn't hold up, and if you play it again now, it's trash all the way through. I was furious. I was furious. I just got my blood boiling, dude. It might have been Dan Clancy, actually. Now that I think about it. It might have been fucking Dan Clancy. No, it was some fucking Zoomer. I think one of Adish's friends. Some fucking Zoomer at one of these dinners we were at. God damn it. What a cringe take. Now, I'll fully admit, and I said this in the conversation, I haven't replayed Ocarina of Time in a long time. And it's possible that it suffers from, what do they call it when you innovate a bunch of things, but then they all get stolen? And so when you don't, it's almost like the Matrix syndrome. The Seinfeld effect? Maybe the Seinfeld effect. I don't know. The point is, like, you go back and you play this game that pioneered so much, but everyone has already stolen from that game and innovated more on it. So it's like feels very dated. It's possible that's the case. But I still think in the same way that Mario 64 is a great game today, it just holds up. I think Ocarina of Time probably still holds up. It's a truly great game. I think it'd be crazy to annoying menu noises. You're tossing Ocarina of Time under the bridge, one of the greatest, most incredible games ever made, for annoying menu noises. Are they even annoying? Navi's annoying, but like Ocarina of Time menu noises. That's a problem? No, all these sounds are great. They're unplayable. No, it's great. I disagree. I'm going to disagree. All right, end of this video. Sorry.
The Street Fighter.
Tekken.
Monkey Ball.
Monkey.
Oh, she's
Favorite video
based.
game, Watch Dogs. Look out for this game.
Cringe Jimmy Fallon. So it is weird that none of them said get to work. I don't know what to make of that.
Got my shovel, shoes full of sand. Check out the tag, the name's Caveman. Take it all, dig it. Take it all, take it all, dig it. Take it all. Take a bad boy, make him dig 5 feet. The dirt in these shovels will give us a beat. Okay, you gotta find something never found before. If not, we'll just have to dig some more. Na, 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 na.
They play this in Clancyville all the time. That makes it sound cool. Dan Clancy took my wife and kids and called it the Danifest Destiny. That's crazy. My favorite game is Fortnite. What about it? Is that true? I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. If you are someone who grows up with Fortnite, it has everything in it. Roblox, Minecraft, Fortnite are all like, from a value POV as a child, you've gotten so many hours of entertainment. I mean, truthfully, if someone told me Minecraft was their favorite game ever, especially if they were younger, I would think that makes total sense. They've probably gotten thousands of hours in a variety of mini games and servers and whatever. With Minecraft is like, you know, for one cost, it's just an insane deal. It's an insane deal. I have 210 days of my life in Minecraft. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, bro. Do you dream about blocks? Light number? Rookie number? Wait, what are you talking about, rookie number? It's 5,000 hours. That's 5,000. How many hours do I have in Shardbound? How many hours do I have in Shardbound? 3,200. And I no-life that game. That's insane. No, if you have 5,000 hours in a game, that's crazy. Dude, this is so funny. My Shardbound review, 210 hours at review time, and then I played another 3,000 hours. Imagine if it was a thumbs down. Dude, some of these exist on fucking Get to Work. I look at Get to Work reviews, and it's like 2 hours at review time. This game sucks. I hate it. It's bad. Didn't they have current played? Like fucking 82 hours. It's like, you said it sucked and then played 78 more hours? Fuck you. SSX tricky. Oh. Oh. Wait, this soundtrack kind of bugs. Damn, that goes dumb hard. I gotta save that. I'm saving it. That goes dumb hard. That's some background music. I started snowboarding because of this game, and now I moved out west to snowboard. I owe it everything. That's pretty wild. That is pretty wild. I mean, I've talked about this before, but I got to meet the chief marketing officer of the NFL because she was a major investor in NVIDIA and then came by to give us help on marketing. And she told us as part of the talk that so much of the NFL's growth among young people is from Madden. It's like pretty much any young person who gets into football is because they played a football game. Maybe now it's gambling. It's probably Madden and gambling. But this is before the big sports gambling push. Thanks, Victory Bounds. Very kind of you. Appreciate that. Hope you're enjoying. What is this? This shit bangs? The RuneScape soundtrack? Of Banjo-Kazooie music. That's a banging soundtrack. This one goes fucking crazy, though. Everhood? What the fuck is this? I never heard of this game. Everhood? Everhood Steam. An unconventional adventure RPG. Is this like, is this like, this looks like somebody played Undertale and said, now watch this. Okay. That's what it looks like to me. It's like Undertale Guitar Hero. Okay, cool. This song makes every girl from the 2000s stand up and dance.
Turn it up loud, radio, radio, out in the crowd, on my radio, say it out loud, the music is my friend, on my radio, on my radio, when the night comes, I'm on my way home.
Is this a real song that's in a soundtrack, or is it made for the game? I think it's made for the game. I'm looking at the comments. Apparently, it's a song that plays when you turn on the radio in the game. Which is really funny because they keep saying radio. Okay. Sorry, these are just like bangers. These are all like classics. The Concept of Love from Jet Set Radio Future. Ooh, this is great. Yeah, that rules. That's really good. I really enjoyed that. This song is True Cinema. You will love it. What is this? This is old Champion Select music? I don't fucking love this. I'm getting activated. I'm getting fucking activated. Oh, God. One meal a day. Jimmy John's. Dark rooms. Curtain closed. Skipping class. They banned Fizz. Holy. No, I don't want this fucking. What a horrible memory. Imagine I wake up. Dude, imagine I wake up and it's my fucking college roommate. Hey, you hit your head pretty hard, buddy. What are you talking about? Nvidia stock? Married? Bro, you're in Q. You skipped 3 classes today. It's 2012. Holy shit, dude. Who's Dan Clancy? Oh my God, imagine my roommate's name is Dan Clancy. Cinema. What a twist. What a fucking twist. This is a classic? What is this? Oh, this looks good. Yeah, this is awesome. I mean, this song clearly, I don't even play Shadow of the Colossus, but it clearly makes you feel like you're fighting a gigantic enemy. This is a great, like, epic David vs. Goliath boss song. From Dan Clancy's personal collection. Oh my God, really? You smuggled this out? You smuggled this out of the country? 10 gifted if this ain't the GOAT. I don't know about the GOAT, but this is a classic song, obviously. Obviously. I don't know about the GOAT, but it is good. Yeah, when the drums come in. Dude, at what point, what year can we start just playing this song for the military in battle? Like, enough of our current recruits are Zoomers. I mean, honestly, it's a fucking millennial song. Now, we can play this now. They should be playing this in battle. And they should reskin all of our vehicles to Warthogs. Insanely song done on the NES. This is an NES song? Never heard of this game. Solstice? Oh, shit. That looks like a wizard I can trust. Yeah. That's a great song. Never heard of the game, but that's a great song. The number one recommendation when you watch that song is Pop the Distance from the Atrioc Pop-a-thon Barbershop parody.
May wander, lead to their deaths, and 1,000 ways will be worth the wait. It may take a hero, but Quincy will see it through. Oh, I will pop these blues. I can pop the distance from midnight to noon.
What does pop the distance mean, by the way? Like, go the distance makes sense because I can. What is pop the distance? It's just. You have to change both words. Pictionary on the NES has no reason to go this hard. I've heard this. Yeah, this bangs. Ooh. Damn, it sucks that somebody incredibly fucking talented had to make this for a quick buck from a Pictionary shovelware title for the NES. You know what I'm saying? Like that. This is crazy. This is such a fucking good song. Locked Away. They had a great time doing it. Maybe they did. I was super impressed with the. You know what I love is the GoldenEye pause music, dude. You ever seen the short on this? It got 6 million views.
Hey, just wanted to see how that pause music was coming along. Now keep in mind, this is a movie tie-in video game from the Nintendo 64. Not looking for anything too crazy. What do you think about this? To see how that pause music was.
Yeah, I mean that's just a fucking. This one is goated. You'll like it. What is this? Knights of Pen and Paper. It doesn't want to go on an adventure. This is like a mobile game or like an old game? Oh, it's an old game. Or is it a mobile game? I can't tell. Knights of Pen and Paper. Or is it an old mobile game? We'll never know. We'll never get to the bottom of this mystery. I can pop the distance. I will swear one day. This one. Sonic racing songs? Oh. This is some fucking Ludwig ass music. That's some fucking Ludwig ass music, bro. This is my go-to workout song. This is Rickroll with a different link. You work out to this? You work out to this. Oh my God, it's a shortened version? What about Holes, Dig It Up with lyrics? Well, that's what we started with. That's what we fucking started with. A game about beer, dwarves, and bugs has no reason to go this hard. Oh, I love this game. Rockin' Stone! Damn! Yeah, that's fucking rules. Man, I kind of want to play this game again. It was a lot of fun. We had such a good time. We had such a fucking good time. This one's for elder millennials. I never played this in my life. Man, that's fire. What's the song I fucking loved? I love this song. Yeah, this is a fire song. And then also, what else? What else? Trying to think of a truly fire song. Maybe this one? The whole Golden Sun soundtrack was pretty good. What else? I'm trying to think of my like fucking. This is Glizzy Coffee Cow. What is this? You trying to entice me with this? This is the meta of you trying to get me to click your link. Is this is Glizzy Coffee Cow? If I click it. Is this Glizzy Coffee Cow? Oh my god, it is. Oh, why kind of Glizzy? Why kind of Coffee Cow? That's a good song. Too bad BTD 5 only had the song going for it, but one of the best N64 songs, period. Okay. Rated M furry game on the N64. That's crazy. Yeah, this game was a real surprise because it came from Rare too. It was like after Banjo-Kazooie, they made Conker's Bad Fur Day. And if you were a kid at the time, you could just rent it, and your parents would never understand that it was rated mature because it had a fucking friendly Conker on the front. And if they were watching, like you play it, it looked like a very kid game, unless they listened closely. Goated. Oh, this song is a true legend. Yeah, man, it's just I don't see how you can say the game is bad. It's just such a good game. It's such an incredible game. What is this? PS1 goated track? This Chrono Trigger? Frog! That's good. That is good. He's a hero, that frog. He's a legend, that frog. Scump TV wants me to see this. Warhammer Darktide. Disposal unit. Ooh. Ooh. Spooky. Yeah. This is what it sounds like every day in Clancyville. They blare this shit from the loudspeakers when you're fucking going to work. It's horrifying, but true. Damn, you know what song I fucking loved? Wait. How can I find this? What song? This is this song, I think. I fucking love the Empire in the song. Bum, bum, ba-da-da-da, bum, bum, ba-da-da-da, bum, bum. You got a war, dude. You want to go to fucking war. Yeah, you could have cavemen versus fucking B-52 bombers. That game was awesome. They need to remake that game. Honest to God, they should just remake that game 1-to-1. Big A, you will not regret this one on Glizzy. I feel like she's not really clothed for battle. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully. Hotline Miami. What's this? I've heard this game is good. Is it soundtrack good, though? pretty fire. That's pretty fuego. That's pretty heat. What is this? Double Dragon Neon OST City Streets 2 Mango Tango. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of epic. That's kind of epic. I'm saving some of these good ones. These are like good for next time I'm grinding something. These songs are all pretty fire. This game was my childhood and has a fire soundtrack. This is your childhood right here. This is like elevator music. The Blob. This is your childhood. Where the fuck is this from? The Blob. The Blob game is a puzzle platform game for the Wii. Fuck. So your childhood was like 3 years ago. Okay. This was released in 2008. The Blob. Interesting. Never heard of this game. It has good reviews though. And it sold pretty well. 700,000 copies. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty fucking cool. This is for a Roblox game. This is a Roblox soundtrack. Kyrie Irving made this as a side project. I'm trying to think. You guys are distracting me from all my fucking songs I'm remembering. What I said the GoldenEye menu. I said Mirror's Edge had a pretty good soundtrack. I'm trying to think of oh, this song, dude. The fucking Terran theme, dude. They had that whole space cowboy thing going. This song playing while you're fucking missing all your fucking supply depot drops. You're already supply blocked in 53 seconds. Someone's invading your base. Your fucking SCV died to a fucking probe. You want to kill yourself. You're screaming. Okay, I'm going to listen to one more and then I got to move on. There's just so many good songs. Just go forever. Maybe two more. Let's see. This gangster ass theme song. What's this? Oh, dude, this song fucks. It's not even a game song, but this song. No, you gotta watch it with the theme. You gotta watch it with the intro. Goosebumps intro. Obviously, I loved these as a kid, but they were scary. I can promise you, you're not going to find them scary now unless you are currently a child. They're not. I mean, every episode ends happy and they're like children and nobody gets hurt. And dude, I'm shaking. Here, let me make sure that it's not going to lag. I'll just watch one episode and then we can close all these fucking songs. Close the holes theme. Close the ChatGPT summary of every chapter of Harry Potter. Boy, we've covered a lot of ground today. I forgot about that whole discussion. Close this video. Adish sent me of how to turn my tablet into a drawing tab for my stream. Definitely did not watch that yet. Oh, we need to talk about. Oh, dude, we actually have a lot to talk about. I forgot. I've been using the stock competition as a way to segue into unique news about the day, and I want to do that. So remind me. We'll just start there. We'll start there after this fucking clip. I also want to watch this Bernie Sanders thing, a sad moment in American history. All right, I got a lot to watch and do, but I'll watch this fucking. +2. Thanks, R.L. Stein. That shit was fire. That shit was cinema. Quite spooky indeed. Well, add that to the list. Those are pretty fun to watch. Those are pretty fun to watch and make fun of. I haven't seen those since I was fucking very, very young. That was 20 years ago. That's crazy. Nadius, thank you for the 16 months. Kids See Ghosts, thank you for the 10. Narmo, thank you for the prime. Scrudio. Haliox, thank you for the 36 months. One Anadrak, thank you for the 49. Regulus, thank you for the 29. Is it a good time to ask your thoughts about the geopolitical state of Taiwan and how it may be affected by the Trump administration? I guess so, because I want to talk about that stuff. 100%. I want to talk about all that stuff. We'll start with a check-in on the fucking stock competition. Boom, ba-doom, boom, boom. DougDoug.com/stocks. Let's do a quick check-in. Drum roll, please. Thank you for the sub, Blue D7. Drum roll, please. In first place with a 20.77% gain. Big A! But more importantly, Ludwig is finally positive. Ludwig has finally earned $25 for charity. Trump coin could not bring him down. I mean, it did bring him down 54%, but thanks, shockingly, to Nintendo. The Nintendo investment has paid handsomely with a 31% return. I guess anticipating a very successful launch of the Switch 2. This and I guess Take-Two. I guess the two video game stocks. Also, the Kroger one is. Kroger's doing better than Albertsons? Yes, significantly. Switch 2 is out? No, but it should come out really soon this year. So good. Everyone's green. I think for the first time, maybe? I don't know, but everyone's green, which means we're now up to 5,000 for charity, which is pretty high. We're only 2 months into the year. Of course, it could end up being negative by the end of the year. Who knows? but positive direction. Anyway, there's a couple stocks I want to talk about because this reminds me. But the main ones would be like Heiko and Lockheed Martin and some of these defense stocks that are down. I want to pivot over to what I think is worth discussing, which is I think the pretty insane direction Trump has been taking on Zelensky and Ukraine. I was basically reading about this all day, and it's just an insanely pro-Putin stance that I can't really wrap my head around. Let me pull this up. Okay, couple things. Actually, there's so much I want to talk about, dude. We can do Zelensky, I guess, and Trump, but I have a couple things I brought up. So, first off, I want to talk about this. Talk about Doge. There's been a big update that Doge put out on the money they've saved, and I can't verify. I can't verify this is true, but my understanding is that people that looked into it, here, let me see. They claimed something like 40 to 50 billion in savings, but some of the contracts on the website they put out listed like were mislabeled. Yeah, like here's James Chanos. A guy I very much respect, posted this, which is basically said they claimed $55 billion in savings, but when they look through all the things on the website, it only actually adds up to 16.6 billion. And then there's a massive error in the data, which is that one contract that was for 8 million was labeled as 8 billion. And that's what it says here. They had a contract they said that they canceled that was like, you know, it was listed as saving $8 billion. But when you actually look at it, it was just 8 million. So, you know, it could be an error, it could be not. But it changes drastically what is actually being saved. Again, everything on there adds up to 16.6. So, you know, if this is all true, and the total saved is 8.6 billion, that's, you know, an extremely small amount given the problem. And to top it off, so Mike Green, a guy I also really respect and follow, did a little math on what he's talking about. Elon Musk said this: we're going to send all Americans a $5,000 check using Doge savings. Okay, now it's interesting, because if you do even a basic amount of math on that, you might notice, you know, that's $660 billion. So we're going to print or borrow money to send $660 billion out to people after a savings of, and he gave it 50 billion, more like 8. So we saved $8 billion to send out $660 billion. It just feels so politically motivated, dude. It's so, that's so inflationary. Art of the deal. So I don't understand. Like this is my stance on Doge, is that it will not save money. Our deficit will not go down, and it's all like a political stunt. But that alone would be one thing. But then to pair not actually cutting things with a drastic increase in spending and massive stimmy checks, which again was a big cause of like the huge surge in inflation in 2021. this feels so stupid. Gimme that stimmy. At least, though, one thing is true. One thing is fucking true. If we all get $5,000 stimmy checks, NFTs are back. That's what 2021 is back, baby. NFTs are back. Shit coins are back on an extra level. StockX is back. Everything. Dogecoin's back to the moon. The good old days of the blue chip meme stocks. GME's coming back. Tesla back? Dude, honestly, it would be good for Tesla. Yeah, it's just this whole Doge thing has been a disaster. And I don't want to go into too much detail, but like knowing some people who work in the government and hearing firsthand what some of the changes have been like, bro. Just, you know, I feel like I can't say any more without implicating anyone. But bad. I'll say thank you for the raid, Bluty. Miller Light, thank you for the 27 months. It's you know, just like new executives being put into place who are like 24 years old and have no idea what they're doing. That's what I'll say. You can follow up from there on your own. New executives being put in place who are literally 24 years old, have never led any department like this, who are sending out messages asking people to like, here's an example of someone I know that works in the government. Everyone in the department got sent a message on the weekend demanding 24-hour return of a bunch of questions answered to prove how they're on the job and ready to be loyal and respond quickly. Like, it's like fucking crazy shit like that. And there's all these threats of layoffs. There's always, it just feels very, very chaotic. Of course, I'm a supporter of, trimming government spending. I've long been a supporter of that, but it's clearly the way that's being done is so shotgun. It's so vindictive. And again, one of the major things that got cut, and I know this is one of my least popular takes, but I've been saying it forever, so I'm gonna keep saying it. It's insane to think we can balance the budget by doing massive, massive deep cuts to the IRS, which is happening right now. They just laid off a fuck ton of IRS workers right before tax season. And I know everybody's like, I hate taxes, I hate the IRS, but it's not it's not impacting you. All it's doing is making it near impossible for the IRS to do any sort of tax collection on rich people. You know what I'm saying? Like, the reason you need more agents is not for your fucking W-2, dude. That's in and out. That's easy. It's for the people that have armies of tax lawyers. Like, if the IRS being underfunded is a deliberate strategy to make sure that nobody rich can pay taxes. And, when you cut the IRS budget, what you're doing is cutting the government budget drastically, because there's no way the government can collect taxes without a functioning IRS. And so you're just blowing out the deficit even more, because we're not cutting, you're not cutting spending equal amount. Since there's fewer IRS workers, should I cheat on my taxes this year? Well, what's crazy is the agency, the part of the IRS that got the biggest layoffs is the one that deals with small business taxes, like S-Corp taxes, which is the best way to cheat taxes as a rich person. You create an S-Corp to hold all your assets, and then So if you are a person that has that, yeah, it's a good year to cheat on your taxes. It's going to be very hard for them to audit you. Yeah, I mean, it's 8,000, no, 6,000 employees. 6,000 employees are being fired at the IRS. In the middle of tax filing season. Yeah, it's crazy. Additionally, they also cut the easy tax file the government was putting together. Is that the $8 billion in savings? No, it's not. It's not the $8 billion in savings. They have a website. You can check their website. So I don't know. The Doge stuff, that's my update on that. It's not great. But then Trump came out and said a bunch of stuff about Zelensky. Let's see.
I think it's going very well. But today I heard, oh, well, we weren't invited. Well, you've been there for 3 years. You should have ended it 3 years. You should have never started it. You could have made a deal. I could have made a deal for... Again,
this is Zelensky. This is him responding to the fact that Zelensky was mad that he wasn't invited to peace talks for his own nation. Which is, I think, a fair stance. Given that, Ukrainian people fought and died in the war, they would have some input into the peace talks. And then, in the beginning...
3 years. You should have never started it. You could have made a deal.
Saying you should never have started it to some country that got invaded is fucking crazy. That's crazy. Ukraine did not start it.
I could have made a deal for Ukraine that would have given them almost all of the land, everything, almost all of the land, and no people would have been killed, and no city would have been demolished, and not one dome would have been knocked down. But they chose not to do it that way. And President Biden, in all fairness, he doesn't have a clue. He was so bad. And I think it's going very well.
Almost all the land is a funny thing to say. We want the minerals. Yeah, I think he's anyway, I just saw a lot of people who I know who are like I mean, this guy's a Trump supporter, but he was like, I was very wrong about Trump and Ukraine. You know who I even saw? I was watching did my morning watch of fucking Hassan Mingold. And I fucking saw Asmongold being like, I hate this. Asmongold was like, dude, his title is like Trump Golden Era, and he's like, I fucking hate this. So it's like, I don't know many people who are like, it's just, it doesn't, I don't see the fucking benefit. Now he's putting these posts out where he's like openly roasting Zelensky, which is like exactly, I mean, yeah, and then he said some shit like, Zelensky's possibly a dictator. He should run an election. And it's like, look, this is Ukrainian elections. Putin has been in power since before most of my chat was born. The year 2000. Putin's been running shit. Even when he had the puppet Medvedev, it was funny. This guy, Medvedev, I don't know if I'm saying his name 100% correctly. This guy fell asleep during a Putin speech. And the press caught it, and it became kind of a big thing, and he kind of like got pushed out. He was like embarrassing. But yeah, it's during a war. You can't be asking him to hold the election during a war. Half the people are fucking dead. The cities are bombed. How are they going to... it's insane. They're going to have a normal, free and fair election during wartime where they're being invaded. So I don't know. I just I'm super unimpressed with this, and I think like so. Let's follow the chain of thought here. I want to get used to go a little deeper on this. And there was a really brilliant investment thesis actually from one of the Marketing Monday researchers, Dom, which I'll tell you about now because it's already fucking paid off. Let's see if I can draw this. Okay. Okay, so NATO. Joe Biden was really into NATO. Didn't really play well in the election, but, this idea of this treaty of European nations in America, where America had like the key military leadership and sort of provided the security blanket for Europe and then used that to gain, I don't know, soft power and influence over Europe. That's like the benefit to America of NATO. But obviously, America put more money in than everyone else. Trump sees that, and for a variety of reasons, I think he just doesn't like the leaders in Europe. They don't like him either, and there's like a begrudging feeling there. So and this, he wants to just cut this spending, is demanding that, EU spend more money, put more money into NATO, put more money into their own defense, spend more money in their military. America wants to cut back. Okay. The short term, USA saves money, but medium to long term, it diminishes their leadership capability over NATO, which means they don't get to dictate what happens with the EU military, what they do. They don't get to like sort of set the tone there. And what's happening now, the follow-on second order effects are that EU is now running their own combat drills. So this happened 14 hours ago. I mean, as the U.S. stance on Europe shifts under Trump, NATO's holding its own combat drills. Second order effect of that is that EU nations like France and Germany are realizing that they need to start spending more money on their own military and sort of build their own military capability. But whereas previously, under NATO, they would be spending it at American defense companies. They are now discussing spending it on European defense companies. Like, why do they want to go to Lockheed Martin? Why do they want to go to Raytheon? Why are they going to take all of their money and send it to American companies to build the weapons and tanks? So you'll notice German defense companies like Rheinmetall, which, again, Dom invested in, are now skyrocketing. They're now fucking shooting up because at the same time as, Germany's auto industry is suffering, they're losing auto industry jobs to China. They need to find a way to employ all these people. And so Europe is doing to build up their own defense industry. So now we're getting a remilitarized Germany with their own defense companies that, again, they're all seeing. I mean, if you look at largest defense contractors by market cap, the ones that are all green, look, France, Germany, France, UK. We're seeing massive spikes in all the European defense companies because all the European countries are going to spend less on the American ones and more on the European ones as they try to build up. So like these are like these knock-on effects that I don't think are thought about. I don't think any of this is, I guess the real takeaway that I have from reading all this news and keeping up with this administration is that they don't care. They don't care about any of the second order effects. I mean, I am confident that Trump doesn't even know who's in BRICS. He doesn't know who's in BRICS. And it's like this geopolitical struggle with BRICS is like the important defining story of the next 10 years. He doesn't even know who's in it. So it is frustrating. I'll be honest with you. It is frustrating because I can deal with an ideological difference, but I can't wrap my head around just doing random world-changing things at all times with no concept of the consequences. People will be dealing with this for a while. NATO to only Europe. And then, to top it off, today I see the White House. I see the official White House account on social media tweet this. Congestion pricing is dead. Manhattan and all of New York is saved. Long live the king. President Donald J. Trump. And it's this fucking... I think that's crazy, dude. The official White House account should not be tweeting an image for a president wearing a crown. People love this shit. I'm sure some people do. I know that some people are just generally supportive of action. They just like to see movement no matter what. But man, I think people underrate how precarious I think a lot of our situation is, and how like actions can have really long-term consequences for regular people. Long live the king, Dirty Dan. Listen, the only king that I can respect is Dan Clancy, because at least he fucking runs that city on time. He keeps the fucking trains running on time. He keeps the fucking clocks working. Trash gets picked up. How would you describe the difference in mentality between Trump's first and... I mean, it's very clear that Trump's second term is drastically different than his first. Drastically different. And I think it's largely a product. I think my thesis on Trump is that Trump has no ideological position. He just wants to be the head honcho. And so the people surrounding him in term one were different, drastically different. And they're the ones that set the policy and how fast things mow and whatever. And so the people he's surrounded with this time are really kind of hell-bent on changing the system to a new order that benefits different people. The main one, I think, would be Elon, who is just bull in a china shop, wrecking through the government. Different people? Yeah, I mean, I think there's you could say the rich people as a whole, but I'm thinking more of like, there's like a tech right that's like benefiting greatly from this. Yeah, again, the Vance speech in Munich. It's just like, you know, I just can't overstate how much America benefited from the relationship with Europe. And it's so annoying to be told by my leaders that actually they were ripping us off, and by spurning all of our allies, it's not the case. It's not we're not benefiting from this new course of action. What's this? Can we explain that? A general question? Yeah, absolutely. So I'm not saying this is overall a good thing, but as an American, it's a beneficial thing. The soft power that America had over Europe by basically being their de facto defense provider meant that when America set a policy stance, like let's say we're going to have tariffs on Chinese EVs, or we're going to provide funding for Zelensky, or we're going to do whatever, it would be done without question. I mean, Europe just kind of just jumped. They would, or invade Iraq, or whatever America wanted to do around a lot of things, almost any policy, Europe would de facto kind of fall in line because of the NATO influence, because of the soft power of America over Europe. And so it gave America a lot of sway geopolitically. It also gave them kind of a card in this power struggle with China, in that, you know, at the end of the day, Europe would never tilt over to Chinese interests. But when you cut all that to save a couple bucks on NATO, and you actually actively piss them off, then not only are, you know, again, it was so funny because the money that they were spending, like the European militaries, was all going to American military companies. It was all going to, the whole thing was like set up to be beneficial to America. It was like the whole system was all, at the end of the day, like stacked deck for America. So it's just crazy to think like, we're getting ripped off, let's dismantle this. And they did, and they are. And now Europe, which is of course in a bad spot, don't get me wrong. Europe is really struggling to find its way now in this new world. But what they're going to do is pivot to their own self-interest, which involves trading more with China, thus, you know, semi-isolating more America, eventually probably reopening natural gas trade with Russia, and building their own defense industry. So they're getting their own defense companies. So it's just like, it just feels, you know, there's this memer thing going around out of China where they're like, their plan is to just sit there and watch Donald Trump dismantle the US-led world order on his own. Just do nothing and let him do it by himself. And it's like he's doing that. He's you know, all of these systems were set up to like entrench America's position, and now they're being dismantled by our own president. I don't know. It's crazy. It's like not a good strategy. And I just have to say it. Like there's no other way to take it, I think. And again, I read a lot of smart people, many people of them who voted Republican. And I can't find anyone among people I think are actually fucking smart. People who really follow the markets, can see ahead of, people have been good predictors. And all of them are like, just despondent about all this. I read, are you doing the, the fucking The Breaking Bad speech. We had a good thing going. Seems like a good thing for Europe, at least somewhat. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I think it kind of comes at a good time for someone like Germany, who is dealing with an industrial crisis, where they're having more industrial bankruptcies, industrial layoffs. They have energy problems that are making things more expensive there, and people are moving factories elsewhere. But like if they become the defense contractor of Europe and they start rebuilding factories that build tanks and bullets and guns, it's a good way to keep jobs and keep factories open. And but that historically is not great to have massively militarized Germany, but just while I'm talking about these things, I want to give some sources so people are. They have, dude, this is what a fucking ad-riddled website. Germany records highest company insolvencies and bankruptcies. They haven't had this many bankruptcies since the Great Financial Crisis. This is this year, and rising. German bankruptcies are horrendous, and then also. Yeah, just massive layoffs. Layoffs, especially in industrial areas. And if you trace that back, it's because of rising energy costs. So, these are problems happening in Germany that appropriately, the rising defense spending. Anyway, I did want to say this not as entirely negative. I wanted to shout out Dom, our Marketing Monday researcher, one of our researchers, because he spoke to me about this thesis and it paid off insanely. Because Trump's had an anti-NATO stance forever. And when he's elected, you could have made this call to invest in a company like Rheinmetall, and Dom did, and is reaping the rewards, dude. Like, fucking incredible call. And well, yeah, I saw this article too, by the way. You know who else called on it? A U.S. politician. Yeah, well, some people in Congress bought this stock too. It's good that we have American Congress people buying German defense contractor stocks. As we fucking dismantle our spending on NATO. Oh. Oh, sorry. Someone said, wait, more questions. What do you think Warren Buffett's selling a bunch of his major ETFs buying fentanyl stock? I heard about this. This is a non-story, I think. someone else said this. Warren Buffett sold all his SPY and VOO. Warren Buffett owns essentially no fucking ETFs. He owned like $20 million in the S&P 500 and VOO. It was nothing. They closed it out. I mean, I guess it means something to some people, but I wouldn't overread into that. It was like 0.004% or something of their, and they switched the fucking, yeah, he's his own ETF. I will say this, Warren Buffett, if you guys know, famously averages like 20% return a year since 1965. Berkshire Hathaway has basically averaged a 20% yearly return since 1965. And I'm currently beating him. They called me Atrioc Buffett, dude. I averaged 20.77 every year since 2025. Okay, we're gonna Warren who? I can't believe Ludwig's up. He did it. He fucking did it for charity. He overcame Trump coin. Tempest is doing some heavy lifting. It's actually not. If you were to remove everybody's number one stock, I would still be in the lead. Okay, buddy. But Tempest is obviously fucking helping me get to 20%. New Cofeezilla? Wait, for real? Argentina's Memecoin disaster. So speaking of crazy presidential decisions, we talked about Trump coin. I've talked about Malay's Libra coin, but I don't know too much of how it came to be. Fucking Cofeezilla may. Let's find out.
Argentina launched a meme coin through their president Javier Milei, or at least that's what people thought. Now there are currently accusations of scams, insider trading, and the president of Argentina may be charged with fraud and faces possible impeachment. I'm here to break down what happened because I got insider access to the real story. I even got offered control of the missing $100 million+ that was made in ill-gotten gains. Welcome back to the $10 million studio.
You got
the story starts on
control of it?
February 14th, 2025. Javier Milei, the president of Argentina, tweeted about a meme coin called Libra. The details at first were sparse. Quote, liberal Argentina grows. This private project will focus on encouraging growth of the Argentine economy, funding small businesses and Argentine adventures. The world wants to invest in Argentina. And it linked to a website which called it a token with purpose, where 50% of the tokens were allocated to Argentina growth. And I'll admit, it sounds nice. However, as the price skyrocketed to billions
It's lagging? All right, let me see if I can fix it. It's probably Photoshop. It's probably fucking Photoshop, dude. It's probably, dude, I can't wait to get my AMD CPU. Every 3 months, I have to buy a new $5,000 PC. That's the streaming takes a toll, you know, it burns your computer out. That's what people don't understand. It burns the computer out. Dude, this is fucking crazy. Russia praises Trump for saying NATO was a major cause of the war in Ukraine. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy, bro. Love that for him. At least he's getting praised. Love to see praise. Anyway, there are talks happening, just not with Zelensky involved. And I do think they'll reach some sort of agreement. It's interesting, though. I saw a map, right? Does anyone have this map before I get to the Malay thing? I want to watch this a little bit more. There was the map of the proposed agreement. It actually ties in pretty well with what we're saying. Proposed map. Yeah, right here. Okay, look. This is the proposed agreement. How do you... Okay. And what's funny is it's a peace talk between only America and Russia. So Ukraine's not involved and Europe is not involved. And yet it requires a demilitarized zone policed by European and UK troops. So it gives Russia a lot of the land that they've taken during this invasion, which again, I mean, I said this 8 months ago. Because Russia has been winning, I don't know how else to say it. Russia has been winning. If left to their own devices, eventually Russia will win the war in Ukraine. I don't know how to say that. It's fucking, if without a huge surplus of new money and arms going in. Okay, so at this point in the war, I mean, I don't know. You have to figure something out. You either have to recommit more to the defense of Ukraine or you have to give Russia some concessions. It's not great. Realpolitik being what it is. I can understand Zelensky hating it. I can see some land concessions to end the war. People are dying, okay? But volunteering all of Europe to defend the border that you drew up, like they're just, this peace plan makes no, they have to pay for and spend this. After all that NATO talk, it's just crazy. And they're not even being included in the peace talk. It's so insulting to the European allies. Russia isn't acting like they're about to win. Well, here's the thing. Russia is in a position where they will likely win with the caveat, but at what cost? In that it is causing a drastic overheating in their economy. It's, the repercussions are starting to be felt really hard in Russia. So what Putin wants most of all is a ceasefire, basically, to regroup, to get all of his shit in order, to solidify this new area, and then just go after it again later. And so what you have to hope for is not that. You want a lasting peace. And that's why, here's the pattern I've seen in a lot of these decisions so far, specifically in Trump 2.0, this administration, is doing things that are only good for the optics, that are good for the social media post, only good for the news soundbite, only good for like the one. And I really, I would like to see an end of the war in Ukraine, but I'm hopeful that they don't go with just any cost, any concession, any deal to get I got a peace in Ukraine that will then unwind in 4 years. Anyway, this was the most recent peace talk. And, Zelensky, to his credit, has been trying to not crash out in all his responses. Inside the 48 hours that Trump turned on Zelensky. Specifically, Zelensky better move faster. He's not going to have a country left. Blaming him for strong-arming the United States into spending hundreds of billions of dollars to go to war that couldn't be won. It's fucking insane to say that Zelensky strong-armed the U.S. Zelensky fucking forced us into it. This is such a rewriting of history, bro. Anyway, I mean, I do hope there's peace in some way, but I'm very afraid of a false peace, a false short-term Instagram photo op piece, and not a real peace. Where's the fucking Malay video? I want to watch it now. I don't think it's lagging anymore. Close this. Close this. Close this. There it is. Okay.
Of dollars in market cap, people got worried because there appeared to be insider trading. And that's when Javier Milei suddenly deleted his tweet, saying he, quote, obviously has no connection with the project, and, quote, I was not aware of the details of the project. Understandably, the price crashed after this, but in the rubble, people discovered that the team responsible for launching the token may have walked away with over $100 million being taken out of the liquidity pool, meaning they may have gotten rich while everyone else got rugged. It was about this time I began to investigate, and I got an anonymous phone call from someone who claimed to know where this all started, Tech Forum Argentina, which was an event where you could pay as a blockchain company to be a sponsor. According to a source who was there and paid for it, part of it included a meet and greet with Javier Milei, the president of Argentina. This person was excited, but disappointed to find out that once they got there, they were invited to sign an even more expensive contract where two of the guys who ran the event, Mauricio Novelli and Manuel Godoy, were going to basically advise you on how to have blockchain technology in Argentina. Basically, they got you access to Milei. The person I spoke to did not pay for it. Someone who did was Kip Protocol. And the strategic partner of Tech Forum in 2025 is Kelsier. Both of those companies are going to...
I need to host like an Atrioc con, and you can sponsor it. And if you do like the special coffee cow tier, then I'll come and bring you a cup of Joe or something. Is there money in this? Is it still laggy? Doesn't look laggy to me.
To be extremely important, and the people who run them are called Julian Pei and Hayden Davis.
It's framey. Well, let me see if I can try it in Firefox. Firefox never lags. Firefox has never let me down.
Argentina launched the launch of the match between Mauricio Manuel from Tech Forum Argentina and Julian and Hayden to launch a project together. It was going to be called Libra and support the Argentinian economy. And President Milei agreed to tweet about it. The division of labor was basically that Mauricio Manuel were the connection, it seems, Hayden was handling the launch of the token, and Julian was going to set up a company to distribute the funds to Argentinian businesses. Of course, they never got that far because 24 hours after the launch of this coin, the president of Argentina was being called a scammer, and I got a message on my phone that I didn't expect. Hi, Cofeezilla. I'd like to talk with you about the Malay launch. I was heavily responsible for it. The initials of the person were HD. I'm guessing Hayden Davis, but I couldn't be sure. So I asked for a selfie to confirm his identity, and I did cross-reference it with his photo with Malay, where Malay said he was a...
What is this fucking duck face? What is this face Malay is doing? Is he mewing, or that's his pose? Chin down, sour candy mouth, eyes open, looking up?
Crypto advisor. It was indeed the same person who launched the coin. Hayden explained that he'd like to execute a plan.
It's like Blue Steel.
He said Malay and his team basically botched it. And quote, I'd like to sit down and make sure all the money that they took out gets back into people's hands correctly. Every dollar. Let me know if you'd like to interview and discuss in person. Now, I was confused why he needed me in person exactly. And he explained, I'm happy to go live on an interview pending we chat beforehand. I'll even show you all the wallets pumped back into the chart live if you want. He had over $100 million in what he called multi-sigs, which require 2 or more people to sign on every transaction. I asked, well, who else is a signer? And he replied, quote, just me. He said, I want to do it alongside you. All I care about is knowing it's in safe hands. I don't mind turning the keys over or adding you to the multi-sigs.
So he gave, dude, imagine Cofeezilla gets access to $100 million in crypto and breaks bad. All the fucking talk goes out the window. He just fucking Insta rugs, shuts down the channel, moves to fucking Bali. What a plot. The long con.
He wants to hand over his $100 million problem into my control. And I was thinking to myself, of course, hell no. You're not going to pass me your nightmare. Of course, I did say that we should talk because I had seen his recent public response and it didn't really go so well. In it, Hayden put forth his plan, where instead of trying to refund people with the $100 million he had a different idea.
What happened with Libra, I think there's many things I could say. There's only certain elements that I could control the launch. Definitely things didn't go according to plan, but I think addressing the elephant in the room, which is in the next 24, 48 hours, and unless somebody has a better idea, any funds that I've been able to get back in my possession from all the parties involved, I intend to put right back into the chart and either burn or lock on the liquidity side.
Right. He wants to put the money back into Libra, but this kind of creates the same problems where it's like, okay, well, this just benefits insiders and people who have tons of the token. But after watching this, I was also concerned with a different problem. See, myself and the research firm Bubble Maps had been doing a lot of work tracking Melania coin for a while. Yes, the US president's wife.
Yeah.
She had launched a coin, and we were
That's a real
concerned that
investment.
the same wallet which launched that seemed to have also launched Libra.
What?
Even worse, they had both been sniped by the same person who created the tokens, or the same network of wallets. Now, if you don't know what sniping is, it's where you buy a coin earlier than anyone else at cheaper prices. Usually, you know something in advance. And not only did these connected wallets buy Melania and Libra coins early, they also sold those coins early for millions in profits.
Right.
So now, not only was I being offered control of $100+ million from the guy who launched Argentina's coin, apparently he also launched Melania Trump's coin, possibly sniped those coins, and also sold them for millions of dollars. But, you know, I realized it's not enough to just have blockchain evidence. There's only one way to really know for sure. I'd have to confront Hayden directly.
I need to know more about this Hayden guy. How the fuck is he has access to Melania Trump and Javier Milei?
But given his massive legal issues that may be on the horizon, I figured there's no way he would take a call with me, though. Right? But if you launch the coin, isn't it unfair for you to snipe the coin?
I also thought Clint Stevens published these coins. I thought Clint Stevens was the one behind all these. So I'm trying. What is his connection to Clint?
So I would say no. And I would say that for a couple different reasons.
Yep.
Wait, what was the question?
on the horizon. I figured there's no way he would take a call with me, though. Right?
But if you launch the coin, isn't it unfair for you to snipe the coin?
So I would say no. And I would say that for a couple different reasons.
Yep, I was wrong. He did agree to get on a call for an hour where he admitted to sniping Libra token and Melania token, later saying, though, it wasn't him directly, it may have been someone else on his team.
Most of the time when we're sniping, we're attempting to avoid other snipers getting in. Right? So whether that's, and by the way, I don't conduct snipes.
However, I then got an interview with another insider in these coins
you're a
who
hero.
says that Hayden does snipe tokens personally. How does he know? Well, he claims he's seen it before. He was in the room with Hayden when it happened on another project called Enron Token, which you might not be surprised to realize I've also covered in another video.
Just introduce yourself real quick for everyone who doesn't know you.
I'm the founder of DeFi Tuna. We're just providing leverage for liquidity providers. That's pretty much us. So I was part of the Enron.
God, when you're a child and you're thinking about what you want to do when you grow up, isn't every child's dream to grow up and provide leverage for liquidity providers? Isn't that everyone's fucking dream?
Project launch. I come in, there's this hookah bar where everyone's smoking hookah. And I see on the far end, there's a bodyguard and their whole family sitting down, Gideon, Hayden, across is Dr. Tom.
He is bald to the bone.
And then his sons. And they're all about to launch Enron. They have like 10 minutes before the launch, they all have snipers ready with a contract address on the snipers. Sniper bots. They're like all waiting. They're all, smoke coming out of their ears. They're all smoking like crazy on caffeine. The token launches and everyone's pressing. And the wonderful thing was this. I'm looking at it, and they're like, oh, somebody got just before us. And and everyone's just arguing between each other. But they all still got earlier, and they're still in a plus. And they're like, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, it's like a junkie house.
This interview was crazy. And remember, the guy we're talking about, this junkie house, is also the person who launched the president's wife's meme coin and then the Argentina's president's meme coin. It's insane. In the case of the Melania coin specifically, side note, the co-founder of our whistleblower actually says he was ordered to sell these coins, but do it in such a way where it's not illegal because no one will know.
And they were saying everything's legal, everything is good as long as nothing can be tracked. That was
That's a rough sign. Yeah, everything we're doing is legal as long as no one can track it. It's actually super legal for me to kill this guy as long as I hide the body so no one finds it.
Yes.
Is one of the best liquidity providers that I know. I've seen or heard of. He understands at very deep level. He's done an excellent job. But one thing that they kept against him is the fact that he didn't sell on the top, and he cost them millions of dollars. Up until even some recent discussions, like I have proof that they just keep bringing the subject up. Yeah, great, but he didn't sell. Melania cost us millions.
Yeah. At the top. That's right. Supposedly, this guy got berated for, costing the millions of dollars by not selling at the tippity top. So, I did ask Hayden about profiting from Melania token, and here's where we had a bit of a confusion on what exactly we meant by, did you swap it? Did you sell it? I didn't swap it. I just sold it.
There was no money made from the Melania team on we didn't take any liquidity out. Zero.
You said y'all didn't sell any liquidity, but
didn't swap liquidity. Didn't swap liquidity. Didn't swap into single-sided. I didn't say there was no money sold. There's a difference between swapping the liquidity and selling liquidations. Those are two different things.
Okay, so y'all swapped. You didn't sell, or the other way around.
No, other way around. Other way around.
Sold. You didn't swap.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it. 2 independent pieces of evidence from people who were on the inside of the Melania token, saying that Hayden and his team sniped tokens and wanted to dump for high profit secretly, while Hayden himself does admit that they, sold. They just didn't swap. Of course, I also obtained insider texts from Hayden Davis and his team on another project, this one called Mates, where an insider asks the following. Quote, you want continue pump or you want to distribute all Mates tokens ASAP, aka sell? Hayden replies, we are trying to max extract on this one. That max extraction supposedly led to 7,000 Solana, or roughly $1.3 million. And I do personally believe a lot of this is probably illegal. Whether it will be prosecuted, though, by our gutted regulators is another matter entirely.
Great point.
Right now, we seem to be in a race in America to deregulate cryptocurrency.
That's what I'm saying, dude. All this stuff would be straight up illegal in like a different, like on an individual level in a SEC that is funded and able to check out this stuff. All this stuff would be illegal and prosecuted. It's like textbook pump and dump. Just because with crypto doesn't make it suddenly legal. But we're so beyond enforcement. There's so many of them happening, and the regulators are so underfunded that it's just getting ignored. It's a total grift era.
Behavior like this is unlikely to ever be punished. For now, I just want to show people that these meme coins are deeply rigged financial vehicles for screwing regular people and transferring wealth to the top, to the insiders, and people like Hayden, they're everywhere in this industry. I should also mention, while I'm on the subject, by the way, that it's not always the people themselves, it's also the platforms that sometimes are part of this. Platforms that launch meme coins obviously benefit from trading volume instead of price, meaning even if you lose, they make tons of money. And it's been a suspicion of a lot of people that some of them may play a role in some of these insider launches. Today, though, we got a little bit of evidence. In my investigations, one platform kept coming up, Meteora. They launched Trump Coin, Melania Coin, Libra, and many others on their platform.
Okay.
They were crucial to giving Hayden Davis tons of business through his company, Kelsier. Meteora's CEO, Ben Chow, describes it as, I do know the Kelsier team well. Now, they were confronted about the fact that Kelsier and Hayden were sniping their own tokens, and Ben said,
does this video cover like how these introductions were made? I want to understand how. He sort of covered how this guy Hayden met Javier Milei, which is at an Argentinian tech conference where he paid big bucks to access. But how does he meet Melania Trump?
Well, he had no idea. He's shocked by it. This clip is a little long, but it's worth it.
Kelsier is very much affiliated with M3 and with everything. You know, it's very close. To be there and just see how. Sorry, but like
actually no. Please tell me, because actually I don't know this.
Like I'm sitting down and I'm seeing, and everyone's got their phone. Everyone knows the contract address. Like Gideon, Hayden, Dr. Tom. Everyone's sitting at the table, and they're all with their phones. They all have snipe bots ready. They all have all the CA.
They're all sniping it. It's them sniping.
But Ben, it's not only that. There is even. I'm 100% sure that it's also Jake involved. Everyone's involved. I'm sure the influencers involved. Look.
Me. Oh my god.
And
all right, like, Sailor, calm down.
There are people that bypass them, like do it faster than them, and it's like, look, the whole thing just looks rotten to the very core.
Yeah, I really don't know if this guy is genuinely reacting or this is like some kind of Oscar award-winning performance. Like, what? No way. I had no idea. The people I've been handing business to have been sniping our own tokens. No idea. Meanwhile, I asked Hayden directly if Ben Chow would have known these snipes were happening. He responded, quote, I would say he wouldn't have been surprised, but he wouldn't have been involved. Now, that's interesting, and if it's true, it would mean that Ben's shocked reaction to this project sniping itself would be a little hard to believe. Meanwhile, by the way, Hayden Davis also doesn't really take credit for some of this. He implies that the Melania team itself was part of the reason they decided to snipe the coin.
Were you part of the Melania launch, and was that sniped as well?
I mean, look, I think that I told you like beforehand, before this started. I mean, I'm happy to share the truth, but I mean, you're asking a question that's it's just, I mean, I'll answer, but it's factually going to put me into a lot of danger.
What?
Which is fine. I'll answer. I was part of it. I think the team did want to snipe it because of how big the snipe was on Trump's.
So let me get this straight. Ben Chow has no idea. It wasn't Hayden's idea. Can the real sniper please stand up? All of these people just deny. Either way, though, Ben Chow agreed that the Libra situation in particular was so bad that he would have to step down from the company, regardless of whether he knew, because he called it SBF level, as in Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX.
This is like 200. This is FTX type of.
Fucking hell, man. I feel sick. I feel so sick, man. Holy shit.
It seems like this dude's acting, bro. This dude is going for the Oscar. Cinema.
I feel really, really sick. Oh my god.
This is like Doc One or what's his name type of money. I mean,
this is SBF level, man. I feel so sick. Because I gave him Melania. I didn't know he was a rugger.
Dude, what are we fucking talking about? I swear to God. Nobody's making Melania coin for the fucking... for the value of it. Everyone knows. Everyone involved is a rugger. Even everyone buying it knows they're going to try to get in early and rug everyone else. Do you know what I'm saying? Every single person involved. It's just different levels of scammer.
I feel so sick.
Dude, I feel so sick. I feel so fucking sick. I really believed in Melania coin. I thought it was going to change the world, man. It just fucking tears me up to know people just use it to get rich when actually I thought it could really be a chance for change. Melania coin. What are we fucking talking about?
I feel like I'm super exposed too. But I f***ed up because I enabled a guy I should not have enabled.
Fuck my Chungus life, dude. Chungus coin coming soon.
I'm gonna have to step down.
You know, I do have to agree with Ben Chow here. This is starting to make me feel sick too. Not because my platform enabled millions of dollars to be, quote, max extracted from retail, but because most people buying these coins have no idea how corrupt these launches are. With manipulative market making, sniping insiders selling, the deck is just totally stacked against you as a regular person. But don't take my word for it. Hayden, the guy we've been talking to, who literally runs these things, agrees.
It is an insider's game. This is an unregulated casino. Like, if you're a retail trader thinking you're going to go make millions.
Yeah, I mean, crypto at this point is just a mass extraction of wealth from mostly younger, desperate men. Straight up. That's what it's just a way. It's not all men. It's not all young, but they're all desperate. It's all people that are looking for a chance at easy money based on stories and FOMO. And this whole system has been designed to exploit that. To just fucking mass take a little or a medium amount from a lot of people so that a few people can get really rich and a few lucky regular traders can get kind of rich.
Off of meme coins, you better study your off.
Well, honestly, I do appreciate his honesty. It's an insider's game. And as the saying goes, it's a big club and you're not in it. Speaking of that, by the way, there was one person so far who...
Why can't they earn an honest buck like the humble Twitch streamer? Listen, I don't think Twitch streaming is quite the Marines or whatever. But I hope you're not equating crypto rug pulling as a profession to making content people watch and running ads on it. I hope you're not trying to say it's the same fucking thing. Okay? I don't even run ads on it because of Dan fucking Clancy. Dan Clancy takes my ads to the funnest fucking mega city.
Has been refunded their losses in this whole debacle. Dave Portnoy. Dave was going to do an insider deal with Libra token for free tokens where he tweeted about the coin. That deal was canceled though because Hayden told him basically not to tell anyone about the free coins, and Dave disagreed with that. But Dave did put $5 million of his own dollars in the coin in the hopes of obviously making money like everyone else. But when the coin crashed, he lost almost everything. Behind the scenes though, Dave got bailed out. Hayden Davis gave him his money back, which Dave has admitted publicly. So I guess, for the big traders who are celebrities, they get their money back, roughly $5 million back, because I guess they're real victims. But refunding everyone who lost money, that's an insane idea.
Can't do it.
Whether I refund people, they're still going to be pissed, right? Refund people on a meme coin, which sounds insane. Or I inject back. People are going to be mad either way.
Instead, the current plan is to once again dump the money back in the chart, which
refund people on a meme coin sounds insane. It's crazy. What are we talking about? Listen, the money's in my account, it's in theirs. Who knows? I can't.
will disproportionately benefit insiders who know the timing. And what about Javier Milei? Can't forget about him. The president of Argentina is currently facing charges of fraud from the opposition party and threats of impeachment. Today, Milei finally addressed the Libra token and said the following.
Falso. Yo difundí.
I broadcasted it. I didn't recommend it. I didn't promote it. The reality is, if you go to the casino and lose money, what is the claim? It is about 5,000 people. And surely the chance that they are Argentinians is very remote.
Argentinos es muy, muy remota.
Well, there you go. Pretty much your standard denial. I didn't do it, and if I did, they deserved it. And if they didn't deserve it, well, they weren't Argentinian anyways. One thing I will be clear about, though, is that all of the insiders I've spoken to so far claim that Milei himself made no money from this project. It was these other people who had access that were selling access to him. Whether you believe that is another matter entirely. But what is abundantly clear
Does he have a wallet
is that this was a massive failure for Argentina as a whole. It's an embarrassing situation where Milei allowed a...
So why? Well, yeah, I think what happened here, and this is not 100% certain, but I think what happened from my reading on it, and I guess following this video, is that Milei kind of got tricked. It's not a good look either way. And what he's doing now is he's attempting to double down. I think here's how I see what happens. I think Milei got approached by someone at an Argentinian tech conference to promote this thing for Argentinian small businesses. Not knowing crypto that well and not knowing how much it could blow up in his face, he did it. And then when it blew up in his face, it became an opportunity for political rival, because it's hugely embarrassing and a terrible thing to do. Like promoting a crypto rug pull, whether or not you personally profited, is fucking horrendous for a president to do. So he, I think, is doing, instead of the right thing, which is admitting his culpability in it, admitting the problem with it, he's like afraid to apologize because it'll be leaped on by people who want to impeach him. So he's trying to deny, blame the victim. That's how I think this is going down. I don't think he personally profited from it, just from everything I read and from what I saw in the wallets and from what I think his understanding of crypto is. But what I do think is he's letting politics influence his ability to just do the right thing, and instead is acting shitty, I think. Just acting shitty. I think the profit he made is from the meeting. Yeah, I think he just, it's a real, for me, it's a real fucking loss of credibility. I think it's just the fact that you let your reputation be put on the line for a fucking meme coin, that you didn't think this through before doing it, is like a sign of, at worst, it's like openly scamming, but even at best, it's like a sign of real stupidity or naivete. So I'm not super happy with it.
Six-year-old to collect $100 million off his name, purporting to be for small.
It didn't hurt Trump's rep, though. Listen, I know that there's obviously people who are diehard one way or another, especially in American politics. That always exists. But I know for a fact, I know. Maybe it's not massive numbers, but I know there's people. I listen to some of these people who are Trump supporters who are deeply disappointed in Trump coin. Because Trump coin is just not something that any president should do. It's just not. There's no reason for it. Ludwig would be a great example. Ludwig, diehard Trump supporter who is a little disappointed because he lost 50% of his investment. There's not enough numbers for it to matter. It's not really consequences. Again, I disagree with that. I think many people, especially in this chat, are just so, I don't know. They act like history doesn't exist and people have never changed their mind on anything. And that reality has never changed people's minds. And people have never, maybe this particular thing, Trump coin, didn't change enough people's minds to do anything, but it changed some people's minds. And some others, there's people that work at government departments that have now been laid off by Doge who are now rethinking their choice. And then there's going to be possibly a recession. That's going to be, you know what I'm saying? This stuff all adds up and then things change. It's just not, it's not crazy because it's happened a million times in history. And then people act like it's never going to happen and that no one will ever change their mind about anything. It's just like, that's not true.
Businesses. And that same person sniped the coin as well, Melania's coin, Enron, and many others. Or his team did, or a team told him to. It's so far unclear, but the sniping itself is uncontested, as testified by Hayden Davis himself and an insider who was in the room. In the aftermath, there are possible impeachments, people possibly stepping down from their company, and millions of dollars in damages. And that is the story of the Argentinian meme coin disaster.
Ben Chao resigned. There was no financial inappropriateness. Interesting. Interesting. Good video by Cofeezilla yet again. It's good to have someone in the crypto space who can break it down like this. It's such a den of thieves and fraud. Oh, and then, okay, I also want to talk about I want to talk about the Eric Adams stuff. I want to talk about the Eric Adams stuff. If you don't know what it is, I'll give you a quick refresher. But what I want to do is find that interview. Is this it? Eric Adams. Damn, I need that clip. Does anyone have the Fox and Friends clip of Eric Adams talking to Tom Homan on the... I don't have the fucking clip. Anyway, let me just explain what's going on. So this is Eric Adams, right? He's the Democratic mayor of New York. And he is getting indicted on corruption charges. Basically that he took bribes to give special building permits and access to like Turkish nationals. Okay? You know, pretty credible corruption charges. Anyway, after Trump's election, Eric Adams started talking really pro-Trump and apparently had a meeting with some of Trump's people, whereupon afterwards he agreed to set up an ICE detention facility and crack down on immigration in New York, thought to be in exchange for the dropping of corruption charges. Okay? It's called quid pro quo. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. I'll do something for you, and then you stop me from getting indicted for something I did. That's corruption. That's corruption. Anyway, it's looking like this is happening. If someone has the clip, it would be great. I think it could be this clip. Yeah, this.
For marriage, elected officials was
right. Okay. I wish I had the exact timestamp in this clip because this is a long interview.
We had a whole table full of officers that want to do the right thing. They want to collaborate with ICE. But I think yesterday's meeting.
Does anyone have the shorter part of the interview? Fuck. This is Yeah, this is the interview, but I'm trying to find the part of it where they basically say, like, I'll show it to you. Where this guy, Tom, on the right, basically says, you know, that Fox is asking, well, what are you going to do if he doesn't follow through on this? And he's like, well, then I'll be up his ass about our agreement. You know, he basically openly says on national news that they've made an agreement that the corruption charges will come back. So anyway, there's pressure to drop the corruption charges. And a Republican, I don't know the exact, the U.S. Attorney, is it the U.S. Attorney General? The acting U.S. Attorney for Manhattan, the top federal prosecutor in Manhattan, and 5 other top prosecutors all resigned in a row rather than drop the charges. One of them had an incredible letter. So, like, you know, again, this is a Republican lawyer, Republican attorney. And he said, basically, in his letter, he's like, hey, I'm resigning because I'm being asked. Here, I need the exact letter because it's incredible. This is it. Hagen Scotton. This is it. Okay, here's his letter. Look. He said, I have received correspondence indicating that I refused your order to move to dismiss the indictment against Eric Adams without prejudice, subject to certain conditions. This is not exactly correct. The U.S. Attorney never asked me to file such a motion, and therefore I never had an opportunity to refuse. But I'm entirely in agreement with her decision not to do so for the reasons stated in her letter. So she resigned first. In short, the first justification for the motion that Damian Williams' role in the case somehow tainted a valid indictment supported by ample evidence pursued under 4 different concerns is so weak as to be transparently pretextual. The second justification is worse. No system of ordered liberty can allow the government to use the carrot of dismissing charges or the stick of threatening to bring them again to induce an elected official to support its policy objectives. There is a tradition in public service of resigning in a last-ditch effort to head off a serious mistake. Some will view the mistake you're committing here in light of their generally negative views of the new administration. I do not share those views. He's saying he's pro-Trump generally. I can even understand how a chief executive whose background in business and politics might see the contemplated dismissal leverage as a good, if distasteful, deal. He can even see how Trump might think it's a good idea. He's not a lawyer. But any U.S. attorney would know that our laws and traditions do not allow using the prosecutorial power to influence other citizens, much less elected officials in this way. If no lawyer within earshot of the president is willing to give him that advice, then I expect you will eventually find someone who is enough of a fool or enough of a coward to follow your motion. But it was never going to be me. That's fire. I mean, and again, he's not even the only one to resign. It's like 7 attorneys in a row have all resigned rather than drop the charges because they have significant evidence that Eric Adams is corrupt. Like, it's an open and shut case. But they're dangling it like a carrot and stick to hold power over him, which is not how our government should fucking work. If they resign, then who take the spot? Next in line. And as this guy said, eventually you'll find someone who's enough of a fool or coward to do this and drop the charges. But all the people so far have refused to drop them. Because the dropping the case makes no sense. They have evidence. In fact, they have additional evidence. They were until this moment, until this quid pro quo happened, they were going to file additional charges for conspiring to destroy evidence. Because apparently Eric Adams has been like shredding documents and like trying to. So, it's just fucked up, dude. This story's not being talked about much because it's kind of, I don't know, people get bored or whatever, don't think about it, but it's insane. And you have like literally like this guy is openly saying, is not negative on the administration. He just has some fucking ounce of dignity and is not gonna drop a criminal case to like have power over somebody. It's insane. This is the clip. Oh, let me see. Someone's got it.
Doesn't come through. If he doesn't come through, I'll be back in New York City, and we won't be sitting on the couch. I'll be in his office, up his butt, saying, "Where the hell is the agreement we came to?" So, doesn't come through.
It's weirdly slowed down or something, but like, yeah, this agreement thing is crazy. He'll be up his butt though. Maybe it's kind of low key sexual. Maybe they're just fucking. Maybe they're just fucking. Maybe the agreement was for a real good time. So if enough people resign, will I get to be the attorney general? The answer is yes. Eventually it'll get to you. Carson loves milk. What will you do? Will you drop the charges on Eric Adams? I will for money. All right. All right. Well, okay. There you have it, folks. There you fucking have it. Is there something you want to ask me as a German? Who are you voting for in 4 days? Who are you voting for? Don't say AFD. All right. Chat. Chat. I have to go to bed. I didn't realize it was 11:15. Fuck. I thought it was way earlier. I have to go to bed. I'm supposed to watch a show with Ari. Thank you for watching. Chungus Life's all around. We had a fun stream today. We did a lot of songs. That's why I took up the time. I didn't get to everything I want to talk about today, but we did a lot of songs and Goosebumps today. Well, I'll go live. I shouldn't say this, but I want to go live earlier tomorrow. Because I have more stuff to do, and I've been. No. Anyway, I had a fun stream. Sevens, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon tomorrow. Goodbye.